All right, as a supplemental practice for the offensive Jo section, one of the practices we like to do around here that's kind of interesting is to take each technique of the kata in series and do them linked together as reactions to one another. And it's a very interesting quality of this kata that at this point in it that you can actually do technique to technique to technique in series as a flowing form. And so we'll just walk through that and give you a feel for it a little bit. I'm taking the first offensive Jo action as I thrust at him. Kyle comes in and he makes his initial response of trying to take control. I have the first throwing off form where we have the action throwing him to the back corner. He overcomes that, and so we have right out of the kata the flowing to the opposite corner, right here. Now we imagine that that's failed and he's overcoming it, he's thrusting back at us, and so we're stepping back and we make this locking form. But before I can execute the lock, he's uncoiling. So we see where the origin of this next coil comes from. He's all coiled up and he's trying to get out of the coil, and so this is where this big forward Mayatoshi coil comes from. That is not working. He steps back off of it and he starts to drive back in the other direction. Now we have the Shionagi action all the way through. And again, that's not throwing him, and he starts to control in the other direction. And so we have this wonderful action coming in to make the control function. But rather than a back fall, he just sort of bails out and turns loose and moves back, which gives us the elbow control and the shoulder control action. Again, we're driving through the length of that. He coils up and all the way through to the end. And so with a little bit of care and preparation with one another, you can link each technique together, and now we'll just do it without a bunch of talking about it, and you can see it more realistically. Taking each one in sequence, executing each one on the fly, getting nice response out of uke each time, and flowing to the next technique in the series. Beautifully done. Thank you.